Yo, what's up, my peeps? I'm just jumping on real quick to holler at y'all. Remind you, don't be so hard on yourself. This is a journey, and it's a hell of a journey. It's not something to be laughed at. It's not something that most people even endure. Most beings even endure. Um, you know, Congratulations for even making it this far. You're a multi-dimensional being, and you're coming into oneness with yourself. You got soul contracts that you're dealing with. You got to get off of you. There's emotions, energy that's not your own, that's putting you in motion. So many mountains to traverse. Don't be so hard on yourself. If you slip and fall, you slip and make a mistake, now is the time. Let it be harvested, because this is truly a harvest that's going on, a cleansing, so to speak. So all the old things that you don't need anymore is letting it go again. You know, receiving direct communication about them, and just knowing that you're bigger and better than them, and you're headed to a bigger and better purpose. So let it go. It's all about you coming into that oneness, that 0 point of yourself balance. Because if you don't know who you are, you can't know where you're going. If you have no purpose or porpoise, then you have no point. In other words, there's no beginning and ending. Now's the time to come into the oneness of the beginning and the ending of you. One thing I can say, I know everybody got their predictions of what's going to happen and what's going on, but there's a huge lie, going on. There's a lot of ascension lies going on, a lot of deception. Whether it's lying within you or whether it's lies in the general sense of the way we use it as to not tell the truth. But there's a lot of people that are lying with untruth. Don't get caught up in that. If it don't vibrate with you, then leave it alone. There's a lot of harvesting going on. With the sun in Ophiuchus right now, trust me, you want to be living according to your vibration. Because if not, it'll be harvested off. I ain't trying to scare nobody, but I'm just telling you, it's time to come into balance with who you are. No more games now. Ain't no play no more. It's real. The future that awaits, some soul beings they ain't ready for. And there's been so many people out there actually really warning. A lot of beings, I should say, actually really warning, hey, watch out. I mean, this is cross-cultural. This is across the world. China has its own, Taiwan has its own, man, England has its own. Every country has its, I'll say, modern day prophets rising up speaking, saying, get ready, get ready, get ready, change your ways, let it all go. Because if you're heavy, just to give you the science behind it, you can't vibrate higher. This is why there's so many people on Earth right now. The souls are dying, but they can't vibrate up. They're being trapped. That's part of what 5G is. So when those souls ain't got nowhere to go, where do they go? Watch a movie called Ghost from the Machine. This energy got to go somewhere. It went into oil before, what we call oil, which is a form of blood for the being we live in. Translates to black goo too. But that's a different situation, different story. But right now, you gotta know who you are. The soul is a source of energy. If you can't vibrate up, if your heart, so to speak, ain't as light as a feather, if you're still being held to your old beliefs or lies that you have been, that you have lived out, that you have vibrated out, then you are anchored to the earth, to this old form of being. And one will have been anchored to it by one's choices. So on some of my previous videos, you heard me say, like, I know who I am, speaking as a man in earth terms, in 3D physical terms. I've come into oneness with that. But you also got to come into oneness with who you are at your core. You can't let the corporations run your core. You can't let the businesses make you so busy that you're as busy as a bee, but you're not being what you're supposed to be. You're busy on their being, or working on their ship, or worship of their dollar, of their money, of their time. But yet you're giving them your effort, your energy, which is why you can't rise vertically. You're just constantly in a zone, in a Z. Just saying. It's now time to put on the visor and get your advisor. Not abvisor, advisor. A dimension higher. I say all this not to try to confuse you, but to let you know that this matrix you are trapped in, or this womb, so to speak, this gut, is not where you want to stay trapped. I know a lot of people say, well, you came here, you chose to be here. Some of us did. And some of us forgot. And some of us have never even woken up to even take a step forward. So now your soul gets to get eaten. Eaten/used for energy. I'm just telling you real, man. That before this reset happens, now is the time to wake up. This solstice that's coming up, just realize that this Mass of the Christ, or the Mass of your Christos, is really serious. They have being so trapped, man. They running around trying to buy all of this stuff. Being busy again. Busy on something else's purpose. Living out soul contracts. And then you come into the time of January, or Janus, and then guess what? You're double-minded about it all. What did I do? Why did I spend all of that? But yet, You still got that time wheel moving, grinding you up like corn. It's time out for play because you're going to lose you. You're going to lose you. So, like I said, I ain't trying to scare nobody, but maybe it's time to be scared. Everybody's saying they're gods, and it's like, okay, you gods, you might vibrate with a God vibration, but in this 3D reality, you got to reverse that. You're a dog. What's a dog? A domesticated animal. A wild pack of dogs is feared. See, it's weird. You ever notice that when a dog turns around and actually becomes or comes back to itself, to its oneness, to its originality, its original template, its original programming, you notice how they put the dog down? That's the rules, right? If it comes back to its original template, they put it down. Pow. And you got all of the carbon people in America running around saying, "What's up, dog? What's up, dog? What's up, dog?" Or "What's up, God? What's up, God?" Right? But see, the plan is to get you to come back to that oneness. But not for your purpose, for their purpose. With a virus in you, in your mindset. The way that your mind is set up has been flawed. But yet you're trying to make decisions from that arena. This is why it's so important to come into oneness with your shadow side. You know, Hollywood, they really give you a lot of signifiers for this stuff because all in all, this is a vibration that comes down. This vibration rains on the just as well as the unjust. And just because they know how to decipher this information and you don't, they ain't got nothing to do with them. But it got everything to do with you. So when you can't vibrate higher, when you can't come into a higher oneness with yourself, you can't leave here. You're trapped. This is why they had to start like a youth movement. If you notice, like when I was younger, man, there were dudes 40, 50 years old playing basketball on TV. I'm looking at Kareem Abdul-Jabbar like, oh my gosh. And now, a couple of years ago, it started this whole youth movement. They were drafting kids out of high school just to get them to play ball. Which is something, which is a game within itself. To make the wise ones ostracized. They were no more good. But it was also ushering in a new time frame. But let me stay focused. The younger movement of bringing these younger ones in is because they had been recycled so fast. The knowledge, the vast knowledge they have within them, that is spurning all of this technology and all that, they have recycled. So you ain't gonna be happy, and everybody don't get a body. Where is all this energy going? What is it being used for? They're not making all of these, I don't even want to call them bodies, but they're not making all of these unanimated temples for no purpose. This is real life that you got to look at with your real eyes and realize that your energy can be sucked away from you. Just like the Decepticons, they came to Earth for what? Energon, Orgon, energy, orgasmic energy. You feel what I'm saying? And it was always in cubes, wasn't it? Every time the Autobots, they come and they're like, hey, there go the Decepticons. They're stealing energy over here. And they're always plugging into the electrical grid, aren't they? To store this energy in the boxes. I know they've changed the cartoon and the makeup of it now, but the original one, they were stealing electrons, man. Or energon, I'm sorry. And they were doing it through electricity, or the electrons, which the polarity electron is negativity. So they make your life really, really bad, really, really horrible circumstances. And then you're just giving off this energy, this energon, this orgon. Whether it's drinking, whether it's oversexing, whatever it's doing. And now we're to the time that it's the mask of the Christos, of the Christ, or another way to even spell it, C-R-Y, crystal. Crystals are made from what? Carbon. Just saying. You're on the bark. Somebody will get that. You're on the tree. The true tree of life. Just saying, man, it's time to wake up, y'all. And not live out these fantasies anymore of what you thought you were, who you were told you were, what you're supposed to be. It's time to learn what you're supposed to be. Remember yourself. My bad, don't learn, remember. Because if you're learning, you're leaning on somebody else's understanding of who you are. You have to remember yourself. So my fault. But remember yourself. I even throw a Bible verse out to you. Go into your place, which is in secret. And do what? Pray to your Father, which is in secret. You go to your place, your secret place, your dark place. And you come into oneness with your physicality, the Father. And you come into oneness with your soul, your mother. And you unify them in darkness. And remember yourself. Not the elf waves that are being shot at you, but the self, the scion elf. Your original signature elf, which is the self. The signature elf wave. Source. Alright, y'all, I'm going to let y'all go. I don't want to keep y'all too long, but y'all reach out to me. My information's in there. I want to help y'all, man. I want to help us. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. All right, y'all.